Hello, SeptaSOAREous.
I'm Septa.
I'm SOARE, and this is us. And today we're checking out Jamais by BTS.
Yes, this one looks like it's just Jungkook, J-Hope, and Jin.
Which is going to be a tasty trio right there.
Yes, I agree. I think that it's going to sound really cool. Obviously, you guys know we check out lyrics ahead of time, but this is also going to be a lyric video.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to read the lyrics with us as the song goes.
Follow along, yeah.
Yes. And I couldn't keep it together. Yeah. But ahead of time, we also did check out the difference between Jamais and Déjà Vu.
Yeah. At first, we were thinking that they were the same thing.
Yeah.
And then we figured out that they're actually the opposite of each other.
Yes. So Déjà Vu is when something feels familiar and like it's happened before. But Jamais Vu is when something that should feel familiar does not. It feels unfamiliar or wrong.
Yeah. Something you've done a million times, but for some reason it feels wrong. Like one example was writing a word. And it's like, wow, that seems so wrong. But it's something you've done a million times. You know it's spelled that way, but for some reason your brain's telling you that it was wrong and it's unfamiliar.
Yes. And I think that the musical implications of Jamais Vu are insane. It's off the charts. That happens. Sometimes you have like a really off day, musically speaking, and it's a song that you've done like 5,000 times. But all of a sudden, it's not the same song in your brain anymore, or you feel like you haven't worked it before and you can't remember like the next verse or just something weird like that. So I think that happens a lot.
You've like played a song like a million times, then all of a sudden you're like playing one of the parts and you're like, is this right?
Yeah.
Like you know that it's right. Like it's ingrained into your body to just
like that muscle memory is there.
But you're thinking about it and you're like, is this right? Am I doing this right?
Yes. So I'm very interested in how this is going to sound. I don't know if it's going to have like a slower kind of like melancholy feel. Or
I
if
hope
it's
so,
going to
because
be upbeat.
I feel like it should, considering.
I think it would sound really cool if it was.
Oh, I also like all the gaming references.
Me too. And I was really hoping that Jin was involved because of the gaming references.
I guess I gotta deal with this real world. 차라리 게임이면 좋겠지. 너무 아프니까 I need to heal my melody. Like I'm another star. 완벽하지 못했던 나를 탓해. Breaking my head, breaking my step. Always 그저 잘하고 싶었고 깨지고 싶었는데. Please give me a remedy.
That was an interesting little transition.
멈춰버린 심장을 뛰게 해 remedy. 이제 어떻게 해야 해 날 살려줘. 다시 기회를 줘. Please give me a remedy, a melody. 오직 내게만 남겨질 그 memory. 이쯤에서 그만하면 꺼버리면 모든 게 다 편해질까. 괜찮지만 괜찮지 않아. 익숙하다고 혼자 말했지만 늘 처음인 것처럼 부족한 게임은 맞아. 나 컨트롤 못하지. 계속 아파. Cause 생각과 오만가지. 내 노래 가사 멈칫 하나 말 한마디 다 내 미시감에 무서워지고 또 늘 도망가려 해뻗잡네. 그래도 너가 내 그림자 커져가. 내 삶과 넌 네 cosign. So your remedy, your remedy, yeah. Please give me a remedy.
That was a better transition, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
다시 기회를 줘. Honestly 수없이 반복된데도 난 또 뛸 거라고 멈춰버린 심장을 뛰게 할 remedy 이제 어떻게 해야 해 날 살려줘 다시 기회를 줘 Please give me a remedy 멈춰버린 심장을 뛰게 할 remedy 이제 어떻게 해야 해 날 살려줘 다시 기회를 줘 I won't give up
I like the panning.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but like that first transition into the chorus seemed weird to me.
And it was just because they just did a pause and then like went into it instead of like doing like a
fill into
because
it
like
or something.
when the next time when like Jin da 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 da,
Yeah.
but the first time it was just like it just seemed
Here
like,
we go.
"Huh, huh."
Yeah.
And like it does give it a different feel, and it did like kind of snap me into it to be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So maybe that was kind of the goal, was like just kind of knock people off a little bit so that they
were
focus,
like,
tune
you
in a
thought it
little
was
bit.
going to go this way? Well, now we're going to take it this way really quick.
Yeah, you know, because I was like, wow, that was an interesting way to transition that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done it the way they did with Jin originally, you know, they kind of like build in, but yeah, that was interesting.
But the sound in general, I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I like when J-Hope came in the second time and like was really into his flow.
Yeah.
And then we already know that Jin and Jungkook sound amazing together.
Yeah.
Vocally.
They did. Yeah.
And of course they did again. I wonder, we haven't looked at like the writing credits for the song, but I wonder if Jin had like some input, because we know he's a gamer.
That'd be cool.
So
yeah.
like, did he have like lyrical input on this song?
I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so too.
It was a cool way to talk, like kind of like sing about things.
Yeah.
And the track itself had a cool build up to it. It started off like really subtle and then kind of built up into something a little bit more, but they didn't go overboard with it. They still kind of left the lyrics and the vocals as like the main focal point, and then created the vibe kind of with the instruments. And I appreciated that quite a bit, because sometimes it's like you kind of see where it's going, but it was a chill song and they left it chill, which I liked. So you kind of a little bit more upbeat, but it's still relaxing.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And I thought that they showed the growth of the song and didn't, like you said, they didn't go overboard on it. It went somewhere. It wasn't one of those songs that stays flat the whole time, which I appreciate. I like when it goes somewhere and you actually get like that climax. So I thought they did a really good job. So
I'm really bad at interpreting lyrics and stuff. Listening to it and kind of like going through the lyrics again, I could only think about it in like a really sad way, where, because you're talking about like, he won't give up trying to like reach somebody and like get to somebody and stuff. And then the meaning of Jamais made me think of somebody with like Alzheimer's. And like, or especially somebody with a family member that has it. And it's like, this is my grandma or grandpa or whoever. And I'm so familiar with them, but the interaction with them are so unfamiliar because they're having a hard time remembering who you are or who they are and their memories and like everything like that. And it's like, no matter what I do, I'll try to keep getting to you so you realize who I am. And like, I don't know if that's what it's about, but like one of the reasons it's kind of on my mind is because my grandma has been having seizures that's like really messing with her reality a lot. And all I could think about was her being in these very familiar areas and places, but feeling very unfamiliar to her. So like, all I could think about was my grandma. And then that kind of like led me down the road of like the people who's kind of been through that. And like, they've watched people they love forget their lives and who they are. And it's like, it's familiar, but very unfamiliar. And you're trying to keep that contact with them because you don't want them to forget who you are. And no matter what, you're like trying to reach out to them, you know? That's all I can think about the entire song.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a great application.
I didn't mean to make,
that.
I'm sorry that I made you teary-eyed.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's because it was beautiful and it's great. You did great.
Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know if they really meant it that
I don't know either.
That strongly, but
no
the fact
idea.
that it can be applied that way is also very beautiful. Shit.
Sorry. It obviously applies a lot to like what we're going through right now, which is why, of course I took the lyrics in that way, which is another beautiful thing about music and lyricism. Depending on your mental state, where you are and what you're dealing with, you can take it in so many ways. And that's really cool too.
So now I'm not going to be able to listen to this without applying it like that mentally.
Okay, yeah.
So this might be a crier for me.
Well, you know what, guys, if you take this in a different way or like a more positive light or something, tell us in the comments.
Yes.
How do you view it? How does it make you think or feel? Maybe we can then read through all the comments and help her out and not just be sad.
Me trying to put on like my BTS hat over here to try and see what might have been going on in their lives, to see kind of their perspective on the lyrics, would be maybe they're having Jamais with their lives and their careers. So it's this thing that is so familiar and they've done it a million times. All these performances, the writing, all of like the promotion work, all of that. They've done it so many times at this point that it has become second nature. But now they're in like the funk where it feels unnatural and unfamiliar. So maybe like some of that like imposter syndrome sneaking in there. Kind of thing, and just not feeling like it's something that they really remember how to do. So I'm wondering if they were thinking of it that way in regards to their lives. But what you said is so beautiful and so accurate. I just can't even right now.
I don't know. So tell us what you guys think and what you think about this song. It's a beautiful song. I liked it. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. I think this is another one that I look forward to hearing again to see how I interpret it every time I hear it. Yeah.
And it's like one of those, it's like I have to sit on it in like 3 months, listen to it again and be like, okay, where are we mentally and how are we feeling? And then how do we take it, you know?
Yeah.
If you made this far, please consider liking and subscribe, maybe hit that bell. We have a BTS playlist if you want to check that out. We react to live BTS content for our top tier patrons over on our Patreon if you're interested in that. And we have another channel called SeptaSOARE. We are going to do some gaming stuff over there. Until next time.
Always remember that we love you.
Stay safe and healthy. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye, SeptaSOAREous.
Bye.